Hello. Good morning, Speed Gaming. This isn't a test. This is G&G. Time to run and gun from Japan all the way to Europe, all the way to the US of A. How is everyone doing today? We have got an exciting relay race for you, the Makaimura series, going from Ghosts and Goblins to Ghouls and Ghosts, Super Ghouls and Ghosts, and to Ghosts and Demons. Fortunately, Ultimate Ghosts and Goblins couldn't make it. But I think Ghosts and Demons is a very good replacement. Yes, we got some great Makaimura excitement for you guys today. In this relay race, we're going to have a three-way race. It's going to be the US of A versus Europe versus Japan. So, real quick, let's just go over how we're going to do this. So, for Ghosts and Goblins, we are going to be going through one loop. Once that loop is completed, we're going to jump all the way to Ghouls and Ghosts. Ghouls and Ghosts will be 2 loops. Once that second loop is done, defeating Lucifer, we're going to jump into Super Ghouls and Ghosts. That will also be 2 loops. Once Prin has touched the ground, we are moving on to Ghosts and Demons, and Ghosts and Demons will only be a single loop. That'll be beating Azazel. Once we have hit clear time, then it's game. Whoever is going to be the first to complete all of those will be the winner. Real quick, let's announce who is going to be on each team. Starting with Team USA, playing Ghosts and Goblins, it will be Stuck in a Plate. Then to Ghouls and Ghosts, it'll be Shaku Netsu. To Super Ghouls and Ghosts, it'll be Sam I Am. And finally, to Ghosts and Demons, it will be Aquas. Then into Europe, we've got Laxus playing Ghosts and Goblins. Costin will be playing Ghouls and Ghosts. Rot will be playing Super Ghouls and Ghosts. And Czar will be finishing off with Ghosts and Demons. And then lastly, and certainly not least, Team Japan, starting off with Wiz playing Ghosts and Goblins. We've got Poppenheim, who just won our recent Ghouls and Ghosts tournament. We'll be playing Ghouls and Ghosts as well. Hamura will be playing Super Ghouls and Ghosts, and then Uzumozu will be playing Ghosts and Demons. So let's get hype, everybody. Let's get excited for all these guys. Show them your support. If you're not already following any of them, please do so. These are all amazing, amazing runners in each of their games, as well as any of the other games in the series that they play. Now we're just getting ready to get started here. Once all the runners are ready to go. Gonna be exciting. Looks like we're about ready. And they're off. Here we go. All right. Making their way through the graveyard. Lexus got a little bit of a lead. Just started early, but the timers will even out. Graveyard, pretty difficult in their own right, but pretty simple. Gonna be blazing through, trying to get past this red armor. Ooh, Lexus loses armor, but continues forward. Oh, manages to take down the armor, as does Stuck in Plate. Wiz managing to get past the armor without losing armor. That'll be helpful going forward. But, of course, Stuck in Plate and Lexus knows where the replacement armor is and get their hands on it. Gotta watch out for the burrito ghosts going through the forest here. They're incessant and just sanity destroying screeching. You hear it in your nightmares having played this game. Take a key for coming in, and all 3 are moving on to stage 2. Burrito, yes, burrito. The evil burrito ghosts. Feel free to boo them all you want. As well as the little imps flying across the screen. Ever the nightmare in this series. Alright, moving on to stage 2 here. They've made it through the towers into the village. This is definitely one of the more crazier screens for anyone who's tried to play this casually, dealing with these ogres here who take a lot of hits to take down. I only recently learned you can actually jump over them if you time your jump right. Very useful. And it looks like Second Plate here is going to be looking for the damage boost thanks to the bird. It makes it through. Uh-oh. It's like Wiz may have suffered a death. While Axis was able to get through as well. I believe probably using the damage boost. Uh-oh. Waiting for the cycles on these platforms here. Oh, poor Wiz having to wait for another bird. Gets the damage boost. And Laxus facing off the unicorns, gets them both down. Takes a key for coming in. Stuck in Plate, taking down the 2 unicorns as well. And also takes a key for coming in. And they're moving on to stage 3. Yes, the game's audio is clearly mocking the player. That is for sure. Alright, stage 3. Also crazy, you've got these towers. More zombies spawning. Wiz manages to make it through and is on to stage 3. Not too far behind. And now you've got the blue section here climbing this these mountainous caves. You got the burrito ghosts, you've got more of the mudmen towers, and of course you've got the ever-dreaded red armors, which Second Plate's having a little bit of trouble with. Oh. Wicked shot by that armor there on Laxus. But manages to get through. He's going to climb the ladder. Continuing to ascend. Second Plate's got to be careful here. A lot of things can kill him. It's looking like he's going to go for the replacement armor here. Manages to get it. Jumps over the flame. Nope. Goes for it. Oh, Wiz has got to be careful. Second Plate managing to get through as well. Gets the fire. Laxus beats the dragon and makes it through to stage 4. Second Plate facing the dragon now. Getting some good hits in. Got him. And he's through. And Wiz making his way to the dragon as well. Taking out the armor. Got stage 4 here with these platforms and... okay. Laxus, please. I don't think I've ever seen that before. That's a neat little trick there. Just hovering above the stage. Nothing to worry about here. It's completely normal. Now he's making his way through the fiery bridge. Trying to make sure these imps don't catch up with him, and he catches any that are going to spawn on top of him. Manages to get the armor, but loses his armor. This make fighting the dragon a little tricky. Dragon can be a little unpredictable. Also, uncooperative when he wants to hang up high above the stage. But Laxus gets through and moves on to stage 5. Stuck in Plate now facing the dragon with armor this time, so he can afford to take a hit. But deals with him quite handily without so. Now Wiz making his way to the dragon as well. Oh, nice little damage boost there. Laxus is making his way climbing Ascending these ladders. Making his way to our first instance of Satan. The same creature who stole our precious Prin Prin. And for those of you who aren't familiar with the series, that is pretty much the goal in the entire game. Princess Prin Prin, or Guinevere in some cases, gets kidnapped by the demons. Because apparently her blood or some other plot line will let them merge worlds. And all chaos and destruction reigns. So it's up to Arthur, and Arthur alone, to go and rescue her. Save her from the demons. Oh, and some nice moves there, dealing with the Satan. Laxus moves on to stage 6. So it's worth noting that in the early game, stages 1 through 4 all have checkpoints. Once you get to parts 5 and 6, that's when all of that goes out the window. You die, you have to start all the way at the beginning of the stage. Another nice damage boost by Laxus. Wiz trying to make his way to Satan, as Stuck in Plate has already done so. And Wiz is through. And Stuck in Plate gets the damage boost. Ah yes, and that is the goal of the game. Oh, here we go. This is a good one. I haven't seen this one. Just hop, skip, and jumping away, and we're all the way up to the dual Satans here. Yes, that is the main goal of this stage, or you can actually get this a little bit earlier, but you need the shield in order to proceed to the final boss. Shield is very important. It is the ultimate weapon. Originally the cross in the arcade version. Pardon. One Satan down. This is a really good trick. You get yourself all the way to the right. You're more or less safe. You can block projectiles with the shield. Oh, and Laxus is done. This room is illusioned by Satan. Go forth dauntlessly into Ghouls and Ghosts. And right off the bat, Team Europe is into Ghouls and Ghosts. And Team America has now completed Ghosts and Goblins, and they are now on to Ghouls and Ghosts. Costin leading the way. Pardon us a second while we get the audio switched up here. And Wiz has made it through for Team Japan, and they are now on to Ghouls and Ghosts as well. Alright. So, changing up a few things from Ghosts and Goblins to Ghouls and Ghosts, you can now fire in 4 directions instead of just left and right. You can now fire up and down. So that increases your ability to take on enemies, as Costin takes down the Shielder. The first boss to deal with at the end of stage 1. And Zed for Team America making his way up the hill here to make his way to Shielder as well. While Costin makes his way through the village dealing with these oh so lovely turtles. The rock turtles. Pretty infamous for not wanting to cooperate and making hell for any player. Even speedrunners. But Zed gets through, and he's on to stage 2. And Poppenheim's on his way. Our champion from this past tournament. We'll see if he can pull off the unlikely as well, and pull his team back to the finish. Nice damage boost there from Poppenheim. He's blazing through this stage. He's not going to be far behind. But so is Costin, also blazing through this stage that is literally on fire, thanks to Cerberus here. And he's handling Cerberus pretty well here. Ooh, getting a little close. But gets through. Zed making his way, trying to avoid the fire bats. And Poppenheim's onto stage 2 as well, watching out for the turtles. Oh. Costin had a chance to pick up the axe there, so the key to this is getting the dagger, but you really don't get the dagger until this stage or later. It's a lot faster just to hold on to the lance. But there is a sort of weight system to the weapons. Depending on which weapon you have, there's a greater chance you'll get a specific weapon with basket drops and chest drops. And the axe has a greater chance of dropping the dagger, the weapon we want, than any other weapon. However, if you don't get the dagger, you're stuck with the axe. And unless you're Aquas, who's had a lot of practice with the axe, you might not get very far using it. So it's probably better to just hold on to the lance or potentially pick up the discus. But the dagger is the goal. And Zed here in stage 3 as well, going to be looking for the dagger. He's got the dagger. Good to go. Poppenheim on Cerberus. Not too far behind the rest. Makes his way through. Hook 'em all to the axe realm. That's right, Aquas. That is veritably right. Looks like, yeah, unfortunately, Costin took a death there. And getting the secret spot there here in stage 3 was Zed, also getting the damage boost. So, fun little detail about this stage, if you go, or at least in this version, oh no! The platform getting in Zed's way and making him fall to his death. If you get through that auto-scroller section, climbing the tower, without opening any more than just a single chest, that little slot right there will actually let you, it'll have no collision so you can walk through it, and allow you to get to the tongue section a little bit quicker. I think it saves about something like 10 seconds or so. As you can see, Poppenheim doing it there, and he also gets the damage boost. Costin making his way here into stage 4, the Crystal Caverns, a very precarious area, especially if you are running on the high rank, not having taken a death. There's a lot of enemies spawning in here. But Costin makes it through. He's going to take a death here at the checkpoint to regain his armor, to help set up a few little strats here, including this damage boost coming up here, to skip a large portion of the stage. He's not setting up the armor backup, though, so he's going to be a little bit dangerous. Especially, he doesn't have the dagger, he still has the lance right now. Dealing with Ohm. You got to take out these hearts here, while also avoiding little bugs, these little maggots running around, and the worms flying all over the place. The worms are completely invulnerable to whatever weapon you're using, so they are particularly dangerous. But Costin making it through, and he's off to stage 5. While Zed is currently facing Ohm, having a pretty quick time of it with the dagger. Poppenheim taking the death at the checkpoint, making his way. He's got the discus right now, so pretty decent weapon against Ohm here. He's looking for another weapon to go for, and he's going to take the armor back up. It's a good play. Oh, and he goes for the big jump. Wow. Maybe the little big jump, but he's showing off here, giving the crowd what they want. They want to see some death-defying moves here. Uh-oh. Although he's in a little bit of trouble dealing with these worms. Uh-oh. And Costin has to be a bit careful Because if he dies before getting down there, he has missed the checkpoint, and he'll have to start over at the beginning of the stage. He has to take that, take out that pigman. But he gets the checkpoint, he's good, and that allows Zed to actually pull ahead now. That little slowdown there gave Zed the opportunity to come to the lead, and oh no! Pappenheim took a death. And he's going for another little big jump. Yeah, indeed that was. It was very scary for Costin. Nice lightning attack there. Lightning actually pretty decent against the shielder heads. Uh-oh. Oh! Be careful. That Gasudo. Oh no! He has to take the discus here. Losing the dagger because of a very bad basket drop and a very aggressive Gasudo. Pappenheim making it to stage 5. Also losing armor to a Gasudo is Costin. And they're both facing off against good old Bub here, Beelzebub, Mr. Lord of the Flies himself, who's giving Zed a bit of problems here. Spawning in a position where it's very difficult to attack him. But Zed gets the kill, and we're off to Loop 2. As he's greeted by Santa, informed you cannot progress through to the final boss. Oh no! Costin taking a death and getting the game over. He has to start over at the checkpoint here. With Pappenheim getting slightly ahead of him here. Pappenheim pulling into second. But yes, you can't progress to the final boss without the Magic MacGuffin. In this case, it is the Psycho Cannon. So you can get the Psycho Cannon now, but it's a bit better to wait until stage 5 to get it, especially with how strats are set up. It's a strong weapon, but it's difficult to use in a lot of situations, and it's particularly not good in some, including, say, fighting Ohm, for example. It pretty much works like a shotgun. The closer you are, the more damage it's going to do, and the further away, it's going to do even less damage than any other weapon in the game. So, as Zed makes his way through the hills, not going to take the damage boost here. Looks like he's going to take it casually. Playing it safe. Pappenheim and Costin both making their way through this section with the shielder heads and the Gasudos getting really aggressive here. Costin, got to be careful here, has the dagger. Zed making it through past shielder. And Pappenheim, in his gold armor, manages to beat good old Beelzebub. Costin's got to be careful here, watching out for these projectiles. And watching out for the bees. Well, flies, but they could be bees too. Any sort of flying bug. They could be murder hornets, for all we know. Oh, got to be careful here. No! Oh, no, Costin! The collision of that platform got in his way. Oh, no. It's not looking good here for Costin, as he's once again has to make this climb. But it's still anybody's race right now. As Zed takes a hit from the armor, he's going to take this death here, right at the checkpoint, and restart with armor. And Pappenheim, I'm not sure what Pappenheim's doing. Setting something up, perhaps? Oh, he's stuck. He has a sword he has to deal with. He was trying to despawn it. Oh no, it might be best just to take a death here. Yep. Because it's right at the beginning of the stage. That is rough. A very trolly sword placement you just can't get by. It's actually better just to take the death than to actually pick up the sword and run with it, because then you have to get the dagger again. And the sword just is strong, but it's not great in a lot of situations as well. Much like the Psycho Cannon. Alright, round 3 against Bub, and Costin gets through using the gold armor. I got the fun little Arthur duplicate there. With the awesome action pose. And Zed is through stage 2, still with the discus. Probably going to be looking for another dagger here. Poppenheim gets the damage boost, and he's making his way down to Shielder. Alright. Oh, he takes the axe! Oh. I see. Banking on a dagger drop, and sure enough, there it is. The axe will save you. Let the axe be your guide. Yes, absolutely, PCR guy. Anything can happen in these races. These games are trolly as heck. They love to mess with the players. And at any time they can decide, nah, you're not getting through. You're going to take a death here. Yeah, Super Ghouls and Ghosts will especially be trolly in that regard. It's the longer of all the 4 of these games. And there's plenty of opportunities for the game to just be a complete jerk. Alright, so Poppenheim is on making his way to Cerberus on stage 2. Kosten able to beat Shielder, moving on to stage 2. And Zed making his way to Kasudo to finish off stage 3 here. Great grouping of those daggers. Just ends that fight super quick. He's on to stage 4. He hasn't taken a death in a while. If I remember correctly, he might have taken a death actually to... Yeah, he took a death to reset to get his armor back. It should also be noted, in this game, there is a dynamic difficulty system where the longer you stay alive, the more the game tries to throw stuff at you to try and get you to die. So more spawns, faster projectiles, more aggressive enemies. It just gets absolutely crazy, and the odds of staying alive long enough, like this skeleton here, this skeleton murderer, wow, he wanted it. He absolutely wanted Arthur. He wanted that Arthur booty. But Arthur had none of it. Zed not letting them have it. And now he's on Ohm for the second time. And he doesn't have armor, so he's got to be a bit careful here. He did not take a death to reset the rank, or to drop the rank, so it's going to be faster worms, more of these little slug spawns. But he's in a very safe spot right now. He just needs to get this last heart, and he's on to stage 5. Oh, and Poppenheim getting eaten by one of the mountains there. One of the gargoyle-faced mountains. They got their meal today, and they're happy. Hopefully they don't want any more. So right here is where we get our Psycho Cannon. You have to have gold armor and open up a chest that would normally contain a weapon in order to get access to it. And from this point on, we're rocking the Psycho Cannon. And it's pretty solid in this situation. It's going to work very well against a lot of enemies. And Zed actually not going to die here at the checkpoint. He's actually going to push ahead. Pretty risky. But you can just blast right through Astaroth there. It's the shielders here that are going to give him the biggest problem. And that's the thing, is without armor, without gold armor especially, that projectile doesn't travel as far. It's not as big, so it's not going to deal quite as much damage up close. But still doing really good. Still has to make it up. Get some replacement armor. Good job. Has to take out this shielder head. Watch out for these little goblins. Hopefully this one doesn't drop a weapon. Oof. Looks like he wants to get gold armor here. Nice job, Zed. Good read. Good knowledge. Oh, and Poppenheim with the axe. looks like he's going to have to settle for the Psycho Cannon here. Which might not be bad getting through this section, but it's going to be tough beating Ohm. Might have to hold on to gold armor. And Zed is through. He's taken down Beelzebub again, and now he's off to face Lucifer, aka Loki, depending on which version of the game you're playing, and Loki is down. Lucifer is down, and we are on to Super Ghouls and Ghosts. Costa now in stage 4. As Sam-I-Am is now started with Super Ghouls and Ghosts, and he starts off with the Torch. That's, Torch is actually pretty good if you know how to use it for this stage. Its action can be slightly faster. Does really solid damage. But as you can see, it's also a lag inducer. And trying to get rid of lag is the name of the game in Super Ghouls and Ghosts, because there is a lot of lag in this game. Oh no, and the wolf! Getting the pounce. That's not good. Oppenheim finally making it after having some adventures in the first part of the Crystal Cave. Has to take a game over, losing a little bit of time there. But he's going to be making his way down to Ohm as Costin makes his way to Ohm. Sam-I-Am getting another chance at bronze armor here. Yeah, this game is particularly more difficult than any of the other games in the series because stages are longer, it takes longer to get to checkpoints. There's a lot more enemies that can come from you at very crazy angles. The weapons are not really balanced in this game. Like, most have use, but dagger is the king above all else, with the torch kind of semi-behind. Crossbow's okay casually. Like, a lot of the other weapons are either just not usable or only usable with a lot of practice. And even then, you really want the dagger. Yeah, and there's also a ton of lag in this game. This game came out real close to the Super Nintendo's launch. It was not a launch title, but Capcom really didn't know or understand how to really work this system yet. So, Super Ghouls and Ghosts giving you a lot of lag in a lot of situations. And Sam facing off against the Cockatrice and just takes him down. Beautiful. Well done. Yeah, that weapon can really thrash up close and personal. But now, Sam-I-Am's going to try and get the dagger. So he's going to be farming for the dagger here with several chests. Specifically, if he doesn't get one here... Uh-oh, he's got the scythe. Which is okay. He's not going to have to use it a whole lot. And it's not the worst weapon to have against the boss of this stage. If you can get gold armor, the magic is actually pretty decent. Does not get the special jump, though, unfortunately. Ooh, watch out for the little mimic ghost there. But manages to get through without taking damage. Normally, you would take damage there from the mimic to as a damage boost to get up on that platform as a quick little speed strat. But looks like Sam-I-Am has opted not to do so. We got Poppenheim beating Bub after losing his armor, and then Costin also right behind, just a few seconds behind. Now they both got their Lucifer fight, as Sam-I-Am is now starting up the auto-scroller sequence in this game. The longest section of the game. And we got victories for both Poppenheim and Costin, as they, Team Europe and Team Japan, now move on to Super Ghouls and Ghosts. Now let's see what weapons they come across. The torch and the crossbow. So Rot gonna have to rock the torch here. Hopefully they have quite a bit of experience with it. And Hamura is rocking the crossbow, which is not too terrible. Probably not, definitely not the best weapon you really want to have for this stage. Especially with that, because upgraded crossbow, as strong as it can be with the homing, getting 3 bolts to use. Yeah, the bolts really have a mind of their own. It seems like the top bolt loves to prioritize targets to the left. Look at that, just straight shot, completely horizontal across from Arthur in the opposite direction. Oh, crossbow is going to be exciting mode here for Haruma. Sam I Am still stuck with the scythe, trying to farm for a weapon here. Definitely wants the dagger, but again, scythe not the worst. Scythe magic can do some pretty good work against the boss, if not induce a lot of lag. Use the chest magic. Oh, I see what he's doing here. This is a new thing. No, it didn't work. But going with the... Going with the lance here. Slight DPS downgrade because... Well, actually, it's probably an upgrade now that I think about it. Because you only get 1 scythe on the screen. And it actually travels faster, I believe. The magic is going to be a little tricky, though. I would say the scythe magic is probably better against the boss here, but lightning magic can still work. It's just a matter of timing. Now we've got Rot and Haruma each getting their dagger. GG's. Haruma taking the damage boost and pulling a little bit ahead. Alright, here we go. Sam I Am charging up the magic. Gonna face the Barnacle boss. Barnacle Bob. Just misses. Oh. That shield really helping out there. I'm just missing with the magic again. Yeah, this magic is not particularly accurate against this boss. It's all about timing. This boss likes to kind of hover up and down. Yeah, gold armor getting a bit of an upgrade in this game. Instead of going from steel to gold, as Sam I Am completes stage 2, moving on to stage 3, the Crucible, aptly named. You go from steel to bronze, which upgrades your weapon, giving it a damage boost as well as new properties. And then gold armor, doing the same as well as magic, but also granting you a shield. The shield will block projectiles. The first default shield you get, which I believe is the moon shield, blocks 1 projectile, and then the sun shield will block 3. But, like everything in this game, it causes lag, and normally you want to despawn the shield, which the little imps did for him, but also despawning his armor. And once again, this stage proving to be a real butt, with the imps providing so many problems. Highly unpredictable. That's true, Zed. That's very true. And Sam, looking to get his bronze armor back. Now the imps are a little bit more difficult to deal with without the dagger here, unfortunately. Because you got to be even more accurate with that little rocket lance. Compared to the spam ability you have with the daggers. Like that! Oh, and Sam's gonna play it safe here. Yeah, and just kind of let the fuzzy bear, the woo, Fire Woo. Forget what they're called exactly. Just kind of stand there and shoot his flame while he shoots him down with lances. So Sam's going to be a little bit careful here. Besides all the platforming above the Death Pit lava, he's got to avoid the Arimer here, because the checkpoint is just past the Arimer. And looks like he made it. And he makes the checkpoint, and now we're on to the towers. The winding towers. Hey! And Sam I Am's now got the dagger. All is good. All three players have the dagger now. Balance has been restored. However, if the Goblin at the Goblin Falls have anything to say about it, that might not last very long. Those guys are notorious for dropping weapons at the worst times and forcing you to pick something up. PJ DeCaesar, a runner of this game from days gone by, can tell you all about how every single time he gets to the last tower, he somehow ends up with the lance. Because that's how those moblins roll. Also gotta watch out for the bats here. The bats can be numerous and come from very annoying and difficult positions. And we're on to the moblins now. Oh, that trolley axe! As Sam Am gets his gold armor. Rot and Haruma are now both on stage 3, making their way to the Crucible. Rot's gonna have a little bit of difficulty here. Oh, he did the invincibility glitch from the looks of it. Very nice, very nice. That's why he lost his armor. Smooth move. Good job there. And we're getting a bit of a refresh on the restreams here. And Sam I Am showing off the quick kill against the Mongolian Deathworm, the boss of stage 3, and he goes down right quick. Oh, unfortunately, Haruma taking a death, having to restart this section. And there goes Rod. He's just blazing through. He is untouchable. Nothing can hurt him. He just doesn't want to fall into the pit. As long as nothing's going to damage him into the pit, he'll be fine. He's got this Arimer chasing him, but that Arimer will go away as soon as he reaches this third pillar here. Uh-oh. Sam taking some damage there from the Axe Ghost. Very trolly Axe Ghost. Taking care to jump over that flame tower. That's going to despawn one of them. They still got another one to deal with. Got to watch out for the projectile, but he shoots way up in the air, so doesn't have to slow him down. Haruma, be careful. He makes it through, so he's at least has the checkpoint. And Sam I Am making his way through the zombie guts. The ghoul's stomach. Kind of like the idea if you enter this mountain where it's just basically a buried giant zombie. Kind of a crazy thing to consider. But that's the series for you. Lots of crazy imagery and lore. And Rot having to deal with the Mongolian Deathworm the traditional way. The casual way. But with some great dagger placement, is able to get him before he's even able to fire his projectiles. Gets him on the first phase. Well done. And Haruma getting gold armor, showing off the power of the dagger and its properties there. So the dagger, just to break it down, the reason why it's the best weapon in the game by far, has the best fire rate, so it can pump out the best DPS. Once it gets upgraded, it gets the damage boost, but it also gains the piercing property. So it will be able to go through multiple enemies once it kills them. It'll stop once it hits something solid, but it can go through one enemy to destroy it, and then go and hit another enemy. It can also go through collision as well. So it's a great way to deal with getting through like walls and stuff like that against some enemies that like to just hover around there, like the imps, for example, or Aramers. And Sam getting through that section with the Hydra. As Arma making it to stage 4, and Rot also making it to stage 4. Rot picking up the armor, upgrading to gold. Sam's now got his bronze armor. Climbing the icy mountain. Some of the better music in the game. Some folks' favorite track. It's definitely a standout track in this game. Now, reaching the summit of the mountain, making his way through the icy forest, where you got these ice vines that form themselves. They're not actual, they don't have hitboxes until they're fully formed, so you can get away with getting inside them for just a quick second. But once they're formed, don't stay in there. They'll get hurt. You'll get hit. And these guys making a return from Ghosts and Goblins. Nice job from Sam dealing with the armor there. Rot and Harma both now onto the auto-scroller section here of stage 4. While Sam I Am has made it to the checkpoint, the second part of stage 5. I'm going to deal with some avalanches here. Normally, they would push you down the mountain if you get caught in them, but so long as you jump, you can avoid the collision of them. And avoid getting knocked into those spikes or into pits. Sam blazing on through. Now going to get to show off the dragon magic. As it looks like, yep, Rot once again taking advantage of the the invincibility glitch. As Sam takes on Freyon here. And takes him down. Moving on to stage 6. Yes, there is a trick in this game with using the magic and taking damage, or essentially it's having the magic interrupted, because the magic grants Arthur invulnerability. Looks like Sam took some damage, and unfortunately he's going to have to reset here. So he takes a death. Yes, so if you're able to interrupt the magic when it would normally grant you invulnerability, you actually get to carry that invulnerability with you all the way to the end of the stage until you, say, die or fall into a pit. I believe if you pick up armor, that might reset it. I think if you do anything that kind of changes your properties too much, it will reset that. But Sam, using a very nice damage boost to skip the majority of the stage, avoid the armors, and now gets to face after us, but he doesn't have armor, so this is going to be a bit of a precarious fight here. He needs to watch out for that flame as well as the laser, which will fire at any given moment. But he's through, and on to stage 7. And Rot getting through stage 5, he's now on to stage 6. Our Harma's not too far behind, making it to the second part. Oh no, and the imps. The imps giving them what for. See, that's where the power of the dagger really comes through, because you can't hit these imps with the normal dagger, but the upgraded dagger is able to go right through that collision and take out that imp there. Alright, Sam reaching the top here. He's gonna need to reveal these chests in a very specific way. So, you've got these. He unlocked the first chest. He's got a fourth chest here. This is going to be his replacement armor. Now, in the proper sequence, he's got bronze, and then gold, and he can take out this armor right quick. Unfortunately, the dragon magic missed, but not this time. And Roth. So that's the other thing about this game is the chest system. It has a very, I wouldn't say too convoluted, but you really have to know the chess system to really be able to master this game, to really be able to succeed in this game, in fact. And the way it works is it goes off of what order you revealed the chest in, not actually opened it, but the sequence in which it came up from the grounds. And then when you open it, it determining what you're wearing is what you're going to reveal. And Sam, now facing Astaroth, 2 quick dragons, and Astaroth is down. And now we on to Neberoth, his older brother, or maybe younger brother, I'm not entirely sure, since Astaroth was doing this first. Maybe Neberoth, the younger brother. Young upstart. Sam takes down Neberoth. And we're off to Loop 2. As Prin, unfortunately, has to send Arthur back to get her pumpkin spice latte, because she needs caffeine right now. So she's got to send him back to get it. Oh, and also to get something called the Goddess Bracelet, the magic MacGuffin you need to, again, reach the final boss. And here we go, Rot facing off against Neberoth. Couple dragons, takes him down. And he too is off to get Princess Prin's pumpkin spice latte. And Haruma taking down Astaroth right quick. And you see the differences between all of these players was pretty significant. While this sequence does take a little bit, it's shorter in the Japanese version due to the text. But this section does take a little bit to actually go through, as Prin just basically gives Arthur the spiel about having to get the Goddess Bracelet. Now Haruma is going to be on the quest to get the fabled pumpkin spice latte. Sam I Am has now made it to Stage 1 on Loop 2, which is probably the hardest stage in the game. Because, again, more spawns, faster spawns, more aggressive enemies. They're coming up to the skull towers here. The patterns on these skulls dropping is faster, so your window of safety to get through is smaller. You have to be very careful. But Sam I Am gets through. As Rot now makes their way through the stage. Sorry, Lubuff, if I said Prin. I meant to say Princess Prin. Princess Prin. And now Haruma is making their way through Stage 1, Loop 2. So yeah, real quick back onto the chess system. Ooh, as Sam I Am takes some damage here from that little skeleton battering ram. So, the way the sequence you want in this game works is as soon as you start, when you have steel armor, your first chest is always going to be a weapon. And then the second chest will be bronze armor. If you collect bronze armor immediately, your third chest will then be gold armor. And then following that will be a shield, I believe. And then the sequence continues on from there. Now, when you don't have any armor, when you've lost it, your fourth chest will be steel armor. So that's where you get your replacement. There's a whole there's a whole chart, a whole sequence that basically tells you how it's going to work. So if you really want to master this game, to beat it legitimately without save states like myself, or you even want to speedrun this game, which these games could always use more speedrunners. They're excellent. You definitely want to learn the chess system. I believe we are joined in the booth by one Darth Cubius. Hello, Darth Cubius. Welcome to the relay race. All right, and all three, Sam-I-Am, Rot, and Haruma are on stage 2. Rot and Haruma are making their way to part 2, the auto-scroller, while Sam-I-Am is on his raft and just
Hey, Jesse.
enjoying. Hey, Darth. How's it
Hey,
going?
guys. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can hear you quite
Awesome.
clearly.
Hey, buddy. Thank you for doing all the commentating duty
No
up until
problem.
now. I know it's been quite a heavy lift, but I'm delighted to join you, man. This is
That's
great.
all
So
right.
I'm gonna do a little bit of catch up and see where we are.
Yeah, I got the guns to do the heavy lifting here.
I know you do. I know you do.
Thanks, appreciate it.
We were at a function downtown, a family function, and on the way back, listened to a little bit of "Immigrant Song" by Led Zeppelin, which is the perfect, get ready to fight some ghouls and save Prin music. If you're gonna do Castlevania, maybe you'd listen to Devo, to Whip It by Devo. But
Yeah, I agree. Those both sound like excellent, kind of get you going for these games.
That's right. That's right. So are we still on first loop here?
No, we are now on loop 2.
Oh wow. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, it's been a little dicey for everybody, but yeah, they've all got their daggers now. Sam-I-Am had quite a lead going in, thanks to some efforts by his teammates from Ghosts and Goblins and Ghouls and Ghosts. But yeah, a few unfortunate side effects. Not having the dagger for a while definitely kind of hurt him.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe he didn't get the dagger until stage 3.
Wow. Okay.
When he got to the towers.
So when you've really gotta have it. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yes, it looks like Rata is in the lead.
No, I believe Sam is still in the lead.
Oh, Sam is in the lead. Oh yes. Okay. Oh, yeah. He's
But
not
Rot is not far behind.
too far.
Right in the same sequence where you normally get your chest to get your bronze armor, and then that chest right there to get your gold.
Super. Okay. Gotcha. I'm caught up.
And
Thank you.
Haruma actually right there as well.
Yeah. You may have said it. Haruma is like I think he's a top 5 runner in this game. His time is just unbelievable. And all 3 of these are top 10 runners. They're all superb.
Yeah.
And you've got, in Rata, as you've probably already seen, you've got somebody who will use glitches on 3 and 5 that basically allow you to be, invincible. And Sam-I-Am and Haruma are both more traditional runners who won't use the glitches. So
yeah, we've seen Rata do quite a few of those.
Yeah.
Pretty consistently. And you're seeing the dagger in action here.
Yeah.
On Sam-I-Am.
Great quick kill from Sam. Yep. That's super. Of course, in Loop 2, everything a little bit faster. You got to kill the bosses a little bit quicker. And that was a great quick kill from Sam. So now we'll take a look at level 3 run killer level. How he handles it. Is he going to go all out, or is he going to use some safe strats? He looks like he's not playing safe.
No,
No, he's taking his time.
It's a mix, I think.
Yep.
Nice shield despawn there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they call this the Crucible for a reason. This is where your speedrunning metal is tested. And Rata not too far behind there, and looks like gonna do the damage glitch.
Yep.
Did he get it? Yep. Nice.
So something to watch for in this second loop. Rata did it recently in another race, is whether they will get the Goddess bracelet early. I think as early as level 5. Rata's really been working on that strat, and in races it can actually, if you do it skillfully, you can get through a lot more quickly. So that'll be something to watch out for. You obviously need it on level 7 in order to to go in and to beat Sardius, but to pick it up as early as level 5 is a gutsy thing, and Rata has done it recently.
Yeah, it really is, because Goddess Bracelet works very similar to the Psycho Cannon, where it is much better up close, but with armor upgrades and shield upgrades, you can extend the projectile to a further distance. Essentially, how the weapon works is the projectile will go out and it'll start to dissipate after a certain distance, with upgrades allowing that projectile to go even further before it starts to dissipate. Yeah, it works better when you're up close, and it can definitely it's extremely difficult to be able to use in a lot of situations.
Yeah, I think that's kind of true across the Makaimura series, that as you close with the boss that you're fighting, or even the ghouls and ghosts that you're fighting on the way, you get closer to the hitbox and you have a better chance to kill, and to kill quickly, but you're still in a lot of danger because you're so close to something that, this is not a game of damage boosts, right? Where damage boosting is like a strategy that you use throughout. It's really like 2 strikes and you're done.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
it's a very punishing game in that respect.
It is. Yeah, small margin for error.
Oh, and Sam just missing the quick kill there. Ooh,
It's
so
difficult. It's like, it's like a 2 or a 3 frame window, maybe a 1 or a 2 frame window to get that quick kill.
Alright, once again, going to take on the worm normally. But can't take damage, so doesn't worry about it.
Haruma's going down that final tower with the notorious goblin who loves to drop on you, but going down jumping. Often runners at that stage in the race will walk down that tower because the danger of getting knocked off and having I think it's like a 2-minute time loss is just huge. But Haruma's a gutsy runner of this game. He doesn't hold anything back.
Yeah.
Even when he's in the second loop. Yeah, this is a close race. I mean, even kind of where everybody is, and especially level 7, 2-7 is really that's the acid test, and people can die there and have to climb that tower again to fight. So this truly is anybody's race.
Yeah, I think particularly once you hit that second loop on stage 7, that's where you kind of realize, do you have the mettle to really continue this game or not? Because it's just so brutal. You take a death at any point in that stage, you have to start all the way at the beginning, and first you have to collect the Goddess Bracelet if you didn't already, and that's the whole sequence involved with that. You can kind of just barely do it, so long as you don't take any damage. And then the actual fight with Astaroth and Nebaroth with the Goddess Bracelet, which is hard enough on its own.
Yeah. So true.
Yeah.
Great. So Haruma is really closing distance with Rata. Right behind. Okay. That's fantastic.
Yeah, they're all in the same section here, which bodes well.
Yeah.
Team Japan and Team Europe.
Was the Ghouls and Ghost race this close as well, or was there a clear winner?
There was a very clear winner in both cases.
Okay.
Gotcha. Yeah, both the runners for those games pretty much didn't have very many, if any, slip-ups. Pretty smooth.
Okay. So it's really kind of coming down to this race, and then it looks like we have G&D. Oh, cool. We got G&D instead of UG&G. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Was that a last-minute change?
No, I think that was the intentional, just because they're really only like 2 consistent runners of UG&G, being Aqua, and I apologize for forgetting who the other runner is, but since there is really needing 3 runners for it, they couldn't find anybody else to play UG&G, so D&D ended up filling up that spot. Right, which obviously is perfectly fine. Even though it's a fan-made game, it feels like a traditional G&G. It's part of the canon as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, me too. It's a fantastic fan-made game. I mean, Bonus Jay-Z has created something that's just, you can play it, and it's just a super game.
Yamanaru-san, thank you, Aquas, for letting us know who the other speedrunner for Ultimate Ghost is.
That's right. So we see Rota using the invincibility glitch here again on 5. Sam, I am well ahead in the ice cave with the ice vines, so he's gonna use magic on that second Aramer. Haruma having a little bit of a slowdown with those flowers, but dispatching them really nicely.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's just looking really strong.
Yeah, Rata's gonna have probably gonna pull ahead here against Haruma just for not having to damage at all. And just blaze through this section.
Yeah, this is a kind of perfect case in point. So most of the top runners don't use the glitch because it is actually a little bit slower. So this is a great, in a race format, this is a great kind of case in point of the merits of glitch versus not.
Yeah.
But not. Sam. Great. Oh, good. Right.
We got the great topping to be the pizza. Pineapples or no apples.
Yeah, pineapple in no way should ever appear on a pizza ever. No.
I'm not against pineapple at all. I actually find it tasty.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's not something I just go for, but if it's already on there, I'm good.
Gotcha.
I'll live with it. I personally prefer a lot of toppings, as I always tend to go for a combination.
Here. Yeah, right. Load it up. Ooh, Sam. Great.
That armor really tried. Sam just getting in Astaroth's hitbox there.
Yeah.
Not social distancing.
So, folks, now's the time to watch. So Sam has got a nice lead, but this is, as all levels are, but perhaps especially this one, an unforgiving level.
Yeah.
And so Sam's a pro, but even pros get to this point and they die and they got to restart the level.
Yeah, this is the booty clencher here. And oh, that imp.
That was close.
That
Oh my gosh.
spicy imp.
Yeah.
Oh, and the
Ooh.
comb.
Oh no.
The comb.
So he's got a way back. He has
Yeah,
to spawn
yeah.
3 chests while dodging this Aramer.
Yeah, he did this last time, fortunately.
Yeah. Oh, did he on the first loop? Okay.
Yeah, he had the similar problem. I think it might have been the same imp that got
Walk
him.
out, buddy! Oh my gosh.
Woo! That was hot.
Alright.
That Aramer.
So, okay, and now you've got Haruma coming up, so it will probably come down to how Astaroth and Neveroth are fought with Goddess Bracelet.
And Sam getting the Goddess Bracelet.
There you go.
Haruma is right on Sam's heels.
Ah, here we go, guys. This is fantastic.
And Rada, not that far behind either.
No, not bad at all.
Just missing with the dragon there, though. But getting a few daggers on to finish him off. All right, Here we go.
Okay.
The Asti and Nebi fight.
Oh, Sam getting 2 hits on Asta. That's great. Usually you can get 1. I didn't know you could get 2 there.
That was really smooth moves there.
Yeah. Oh, well done.
Nice.
Haruma pulling ahead a little bit.
Yeah, Haruma getting Nebi first.
So both will probably opt for a damage boost here in just a second and kill off Neberoth, but Sam can't. Oh no. Okay, Haruma goes through.
Watch out for the flame.
Wow. Okay, so Sam's getting boxed out.
Yep, as Neberoth likes to do.
Wow. Okay. We'll see. So, bad stuff can happen with Sardius. We don't want it to, but... And Rata is looking strong too.
Almost.
Oh.
Oh, that's so close. Gotta be careful there.
Wow.
Just not...
Oh my gosh!
Careful.
Sam, you madman. There we go. Okay.
Oh, nice. And he's off the Sardius.
Okay, and Rota is now also without armor. Oh no, Rota!
Oh no!
Oh no.
And he's got to start all the way at the beginning of the stage.
Yeah.
He's got the Goddess Bracelet, so he doesn't have to pick that up, but that's also going to make the climb up here a little bit more difficult.
More difficult.
Especially with these imps.
GG to Haruma. Well done.
GG Harma.
Haruma is a guy's a beast. He's a great
Now.
Super Ghouls runner.
We're on to Ghosts and Demons.
Oh, and Sam is now without armor too. Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little dicey. You gotta be careful.
A little careful. He should get it on this one. Yep, great. Is he gonna get the slide? That's the key thing.
Can we get the slide?
The slide, here we go. Come on. Yes!
Yeah! All right.
Great. The true winner.
Sam, giving the people what they
Well
want.
done. Well done, Sam.
We got the slide.
So
All right, Yuzumoto is on to Ghosts and Demons.
Nice.
Maybe it's fitting that they start ahead because
Yeah.
they got quite a feat to defeat both Bizarre 2K and Aquas.
Yeah.
Who had an incredible head-to-head race not that long ago.
I just love all the music and sounds and stuff that Bonus Jay-Z put into this. It's just such a great tribute to the whole series.
Absolutely.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, a fair amount of the music actually coming from Ultimate Ghosts and Goblins of all things.
Is that right? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's actually. This music in particular.
Yeah.
Maybe one or two remixes. I'm not sure. Because I know the tower music, stage 3 from Ghouls and Ghosts is used at one point.
Okay.
And I believe the final 2 stages of Super Ghouls and Ghosts is also used in a couple of stages. Yeah, so many like assets and stuff from previous games. And yeah, Aquas now facing the Franken zombie. Using the boomerang scythe here.
And well done, Rota. Looks Rota's going through to Sardius.
Yep.
Looks like they'll wrap this up pretty quickly. Rota's got great Sardius game, so.
And Uzo still with the lance. Getting some refreshes here. And some buffering.
Yeah.
Stay with us, folks. Oh, Uzo having a little trouble here with the Aramer.
GG Rota. Oh, did you see that? Oh, interesting.
Nice.
Can Rota get the slide?
Nope.
Ah, bummer.
We got to see the slide once. That's good.
Right. Well done, Rota.
Yeah. All right, and then Bizarre 2K. Well, I'd say is the favorite in this race.
Really? Right on. Cool. Yeah.
Ghosts and Demons. So this is a fan-made game by Bonus Jay-Z. Basically, as sort of a remake to a game from the Wonder Swan. A lot of the same stages and assets are used from the Wonder Swan, just touched up and colorized for this game, as well as a number of assets repurposed from other games, including the original Ghosts and Goblins arcade, to be featured in this game. And it's an incredible game. It feels like a classic G&G game. It feels like a game Capcom would have made at one point.
Yeah.
So, normally, these guys would be trying to go for the ultimate challenge. That is not going to be necessary. They would need to be like opening chests and trying to farm for points in order to gain access to it. But instead, they're just going through the first loop. So all they're really going to need is the cross, which is the second strongest weapon in the game. They might still be trying to vie for the Holy Flame, which you're going to need about 30,000 points, I believe. Once you hit that point, then you have you can get access to it, but you still have to find it, of course.
Ah, okay. Interesting. So it's almost like a low percent race. Like the
Yes.
first loop is almost like a loop.
I believe this is considered an 8%.
It is any. Gotcha.
Aqua's vying for the dagger here, which is not the most powerful weapon in the game for once.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, you see, Arthur's got some new moves in this game. Normally, he's got a couple of different moves. He's got a dodge attack, which is sort of a backflip that you can also use for a melee attack. He does a little kick motion, sort of like a little flash kick, or a step up enziguri if you're a wrestling fan. And then he's also got a parry, which he does basically bounces off of enemies or other items. And then he's also got a butt stomp, so like in midair he can just like slam his way onto the ground, not too dissimilar from Mario. And then there's also the gold armor, which has seen a little bit of a change compared to the gold armor from other games. Normally you would be able to get access to magic with the gold armor. Instead, the magic is reserved for the ultimate weapon, the Holy Flame, and instead you get some new moves. So your parry gets turned into a pogo, not unlike DuckTales. So kind of tapping into your inner Scrooge McDuck. And then you also get a thrust attack to stab your enemies, does a lot of damage. And then you also get it wouldn't be a Capcom game without like a Hadouken or a Shoryuken added in. So Arthur gets a Shoryuken with the sword.
And Bonus has updated this game, right? It kind of came out in a particular... Have there been like 2 or 3 updates since he dropped it?
Yeah, it was 2015 when it first came out. So it's been a few years. And yeah, initially Azazel, there was a second loop, which was still the ultimate challenge, and Azazel was the final boss of that. And then over time, he ended up adding a secret final boss, which unfortunately we're not going to get to see it today. If you're a fan of the Gaiden series of the series, the Gargoyles Quest and Demon's Crest games, Brieger, the final boss of, I believe, Gargoyles Quest 2, Aaron says the final boss in the Ultimate Challenge.
Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah. But he's been making a whole bunch of changes, from balancing changes to making some sections a little bit harder or a little bit easier. For a while, for example, the Chimera was pretty much a joke of a boss, not really all that difficult, even in the second loop.
Gotcha.
And he's made some changes to make him more formidable, added some attacks that other enemies didn't have. He's just been making little tweaks here and there to the game to make it more interesting, more exciting, more challenging, obviously, because a hard G&G game, a G&G game that is not hard is not a G&G game.
That's what you're signing up for. Absolutely.
Exactly.
So if somebody's brand new to this game, Jesse, about how long is one loop?
The first loop is very quick. They're pretty much through most. Aquas has pulled ahead to stage 4 right now.
Yeah.
There's only a couple more stages after that. So you can beat loop 1 in about 15 to 20 minutes.
Okay.
It's real fast.
And that's in game time, or that's like
that is in game time.
Gotcha.
Yeah, the little timer.
And
right there.
that's how this game is kind of run, isn't it? It's not usually run with like a live split, but it's IGT.
No. Yeah, it's ITG. And speaking of the Chimera, should go down pretty quick here. If he gets that little barrier off, which will block projectiles, you took too long to beat him. Much quicker than that.
That's the sign. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's the goal right there. Yeah, Aqua's now on to stage 5. And what's particularly great about
where is Bizarre? So Aquas is in 5, Bizarre is where?
Bizarre is in stage 4 now. He's going to make his climb up to the Chimera. Yeah.
Gotcha.
When you see all these floating platforms here, like the floating moving Yoku blocks from Mega Man, you'll know you're in the Chimera stage, or the Coliseum, I should say.
Yep.
And Uzo also in that stage took a death earlier. Yeah, one of the great things about this game is the amount of platforming you can do. Like, Arthur has never been so nimble. There's so many amazing platforming you can do, and Aqua's doing a really cool skipping of the unicorn bosses, mid-bosses there. There's like 2 of them you gotta face, but if you have gold armor, you can just pogo off of them and get up to this section and just basically beat them in a race.
Nice.
Making your way to the Satan boss here at the end. Yeah, you get like the pogoing lets you bounce off of enemies and lets you traverse areas from greater distance or for extra height. The backflip lets you get some extra height because it can reset your double jump. You can just do all sorts of crazy stuff in this game that Arthur was never able to do. Aqua's showing off the little butt shake emote, which is actually a strat, by the way. You'll see it later on.
What? Really?
Yeah, there's a strat utilizing that emote. It depends on how fast the Azazel fight goes, but there'll probably be a good opportunity to show it off.
That's awesome. Muzo doing some great work. Wow.
Yeah. Both Bazaar and Uzo having the cross here. That'll be very useful for them. But Aquas has reached 300,000 points. He is capable of getting the ultimate weapon, the Holy Flame now, and I think he's going to try and look for it. He's got gold armor. He's definitely going to try and look for it here. But this is the Hell stage. This is stage 6. This is the stage where runs go to die. Not in the first loop, but sure as hell the second loop.
Nice.
It is just infinitely hard with the increased amount of spawns and how frequent the enemies spawn in. There's just so much stuff coming at you all at once. Start making some really fast work, though. He's the one that started last between the 3. Oh, Aqua's losing his armor there. So real quick, I want to touch up on the chest system. So you got regular chests back. There's going to have like points. They're going to have potentially armor. They're definitely going to have weapons in them. There are green chests now that are guaranteed armor, and they're fixed in fixed locations. And there's also a blue and purple chest that will have 1-ups, so you can actually collect 1-ups as you go.
Oh, interesting.
And there's a nice little mechanic with regards to the red chests that Bonus Jay-Z would add later, particularly for this stage that Aquas is on in the second loop because of how difficult it is. You don't get a green chest up until right after this Astaroth fight here, and there's so many opportunities for you to lose your armor. So what he did was, if you reveal 5 chests in a row but don't open any of them, except for the 5th one, that 5th one will have guaranteed armor. So if you can get all the way to that point, the ledge just before you get into this little arena spot here without losing your armor, that chest is going to have your gold armor for you. Going to make the sections like this a lot easier.
And it looks like Aquas just did something that most normal people can't do, which is to move through most of that level and then defeat at least one of the bosses in his underwear.
Yep.
And that's Aquas.
And that's the thing. These guys are making Loop 1 look easy. It is still not. Like, over time, you'll definitely be able to just breeze through this, but it's still hard. You just really got to get familiar with the mechanics of what you can do in this game, because it does require you to really understand in the best times to use the dodge and the parry, how the weapons work, the best use of them, where all the chests are. And so we're up to Tiamat. Phase 1 was this giant woman. Now Phase 2 is a 3-headed dragon. And this is where the cross would really just wreck Tiamat, because it has a piercing quality, so it would just go all through all 3 of those heads and hit them all at once, and make this fight a little bit quicker. And Bazaar managed to get the Holy Flame, so we might get to see some Holy Flame strats here. So the magic you get with the Holy Flame is not quite the same. You don't charge it up at will. You actually have to build it up like a super meter. And there are 2 phases to it. There's the lightning magic, classic from the G&G series. And then you also get a dragon magic, not the same as the dragon magic from Super Ghouls and Ghosts, but you get these two dragons that fly across the screen, one after another, and then both at the same time. I like to call them Billy and Jimmy Lee, or Bimmy and Jammy, little dragons.
And so Aqua's heading into the final level,
Yep.
final fight.
Yep. And Arthur is showing off what could be the use of the butt strats there. Gonna try
So why does that give him an advantage? What's the strat?
So there's a couple of parts where you really either have to just avoid or jump over, like, say, projectiles or Azazel attacking, but the butt wiggle emote is so perfectly placed you can actually, like, you're low enough that you can avoid those, so you can just stay in place.
It's great.
And you can activate it and deactivate it whenever you want, so...
Activate and deactivate the booty.
Exactly.
That's great. That's awesome.
Yep. We might see it. And Bizarre might be passing Aquas here, because he's got... And there he goes. There's Bimmy and Jammy, the double dragons. And he just wrecks Azazel just like that. And that's going to be GG for Bizarre and Team Europe as they come from behind.
Well done, Team Europe. Holy smokes. GG's, Europe.
Thank you. Prin has been saved.
Wow.
Aquas taking down Azazel in his underwear. As only Aquas can do.
Well done, Aquas.
So close. It's amazing how quickly this race got so close through Super Ghouls and Ghosts, which makes a whole lot of sense. Just the way that game is. And these three kept it close pretty much to the end here, with Uzumozo right behind Bizarre and Aquas.
Yeah.
Just got to get the first phase here.
I know what I'm doing this afternoon, Jesse. I bet you're doing the same thing. You're going to go play some ghouls, some super ghouls and ghosts, or some G&D.
I might play
But
some.
probably
Super
not Ghosts and Goblins.
No.
That's such a hard game.
It's a very hard game. Yeah.
Manuzo.
Yeah, I actually tried playing Ghosts and Goblins a little while ago, and I just couldn't get past stage 2. That whole
hard.
Difficult.
It is. It's hard.
Yeah. Maybe someday I'll get to stage 3, but for now, that's my PB.
Yeah.
Oh no! And
so it looks like he's. Oh no!
Getting the fireball collection. Azazel didn't get to show it off, so he's taking the opportunity to show it off here.
Wow. As one of the great things about watching a Ghouls race is just that somebody gets in an impossible position like this, and they've got to find a way to win and to just tough it out. And it's kind of not fun unless somebody has a big loss, as Fred would say. So it's part of the glory of the race is seeing somebody just tough it out and fight back.
Exactly. Oh no!
Finish the race.
And he's getting an Aramer summon.
Oh boy.
Yeah, this is where Azazel can be a real jerk, because he just likes to summon other enemies, do his dirty work for him. It gets really bad in the second loop when he can summon an elite level Aramer. He can summon a Satan. He can summon 2 unicorns. A whole flurry of zombies and ghosts. Sorry, ghouls and ghosts. But yes.
There we go.
Uzo is through.
Well done, Uzo. GG.
Japan. And look at those finishes.
Guess we should give a big shout out to Malcolm for organizing the race. Thank you, Malcolm. This is great fun, and thank you for inviting me and Jesse to do commentary. I think the next big race is in January. The One Loop is coming up. Excited for that. One Loop Super Ghouls race.
Yeah. Which would
be interesting. I
interesting.
don't know if there are other Ghouls
I think
now, right?
Let's talk of a arcade which will be fun.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, definitely.
Jesse, it's been a pleasure, buddy.
Thank you, Darth. Thank you so much for stopping in and doing commentary with me for the last leg of this race.
You bet, man. Thanks for holding down the fort for so long.
Yeah. I did my best.
See you guys.
Yeah.
You did great. See
See you,
ya.
Darth. So yeah, GG's to all of the runners, to everyone in Team America, Team Europe, Team Japan. You guys have put on an incredible show, an incredible display, showing off all of these wonderful games in this difficult, notoriously difficult, but amazingly wonderful series. I love this series so much. I wouldn't be doing commentary for it otherwise. But yeah, thanks so much to Malcolm for putting this whole thing together. We're watching his restream right now, for doing all the coordination of getting everybody together for these races, on the spot, changing up the audio, changing up the games, just absolutely fantastic. Thank you, Malcolm. Thank you very much. Thank you for letting me be a part of this, doing commentary for this. I absolutely appreciate it. And thanks to all of you. Thanks to Speed Gaming for letting us showcase this. Thank you so much. And thanks to all of you in the chat for tuning in and watching and showing all these guys support. Go follow all these runners, please. They're all fantastic. If you love this series, give them a follow. Yeah, with that, I think that'll do it. So all of you, have yourselves a wonderful day or night, wherever you're at. Take care of yourselves. And hopefully we will catch you all sometime in the near future. Take care, all. Mwah. Love you.